Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Golf Center. Along with Pete Popovich, I'm Chris Tremblay, and Pete, we've got some things heating up on the PGA Tour and Henrik Stenson is one of them.
That's right. You know, I think 7 of the last 8 weeks he's come in the top 3, so the only 2 people happier than him are probably his wife and his accountant.
Yeah, he certainly has turned it up. You know, it wasn't long ago he was ranked over number 200 in the world.
That's right.
And it shows you how quickly you can slip, and all of a sudden now he's a winner of a FedEx Cup playoff event. He's won the Deutsche Bank Championship in Boston, vaults him to number 1 in the FedEx Cup standings. We'll get to those in just a sec. But let's talk about some of the other things that happened there. Steve Stricker, playing in his 11th or 12th event of the year. He's kind of doing his semi-retired thing, so to speak, comes in second at 20 under par. Stenson finished at 22 under. Graham DeLette, the Canadian, finishes 18 under par, ties for third, or finishes third alone, I should say. That win alone got him on the FedEx Cup team, on the international team, and of course we need to talk about who tied for 4th, Jordan Spieth.
Another great week for the kid. He's just showing, you know, he's really showing how mature this kid is at 19 years old. Not only his play, the way he goes about it and so forth and everything, just unbelievable what he can do. You
know, it takes him to 13th on the money list for the year. He's got a little more than $3 million won, which for somebody who's, you know, about 20 years old, that'll work.
And he can't even buy beer.
He can't even buy alcohol yet. Well, that's okay. It won't be long before he'll be able to spend some of that money in the way he wants to. Moving on, we're going to talk a little bit about the FedEx Cup scene. The playoffs are going on, and even though it's football season, we do have our own excitement going on out here, that's for sure.
No kidding. You know, the whole FedEx Cup was to kind of get the big names to play in the golf tournaments later part of the year, and I think that's exactly what they're doing. Not only are they doing that, but the excitement that they're bringing with everything coming down to the last week up in Atlanta. This is really some exciting stuff.
And I like the way they do it. You know, we have 2 events in a row, then we take a break for a week. That's what happens this week, and then they finish up with 2 more weeks. We've had the final 70 move on, and one of the fun things to do is to always look and see who were the last 3 maybe in and who were the last 3 out. Right. So the last 3 that got in, number 68, 69, and 70, were, in order, Angel Cabrera, Brendan Steele, and Ernie Els. Ernie got in right on the bubble, and then there's always the 3 that didn't quite make it.
They got the bump.
They got the bump. Ryan Palmer, Freddie Jacobson, and KJ Choi. So they'll be enjoying watching a little bit of football the next few weeks, but it should be exciting. Another big jump that happened this weekend, Steve Stricker increased his chances of moving up into the top 5 for the last event with his second place finish, jumped from 28th to 8th, which, you know, needless to say, for somebody that has been playing part-time to give himself a chance to win in the playoffs.
You know, it seems like every year, come this time of year, Steve just seems to turn it on. I don't think he's come out of the top 5 in the FedEx ranking since it started. So just unbelievable play from him.
So consistent, especially with that short game. Hard to beat. So really, here's the deal. So in a couple weeks, they're all going to be in Chicago, the low 70. After that, they're going to be going the top 30 to Atlanta for the Tour Championship. And the goal going into the Tour Championship is you want to be in the top 5 because you control your own destiny, which means if you're in the top 5 going in there and you win, you will win the FedEx Cup also. And I believe there's like a $10 million bonus.
$10 million annuity.
$10 million. That's very, very nice thing. So like I said, the tour's off this week. Then they go to Chicago, the low 70, and then the low 30 will take it to the Tour Championship. Moving on, not only did we figure out who's leading in the FedEx Cup this weekend, but we finalized the President's Cups teams for the matches up at Muirfield Village Golf Club in Dublin, Ohio, October 3rd through 6th. And I'm going to read through the teams here. The automatic qualifiers are, for the U.S. team, Tiger Woods, Brandt Snedeker, Phil Mickelson, Matt Kuchar, Jason Duffner, Keegan Bradley, Bill Haas, Hunter Mahan, and the last 2 played their way in this weekend. They bumped 2 out, Steve Stricker and Zach Johnson. And for the international team, Adam Scott, Jason Day, Charles Schwartzel, Ernie Els, Louis Oosthuizen, Brandon Grace, Hideki Matsuyama, Richard Stern, Angel Cabrera, and like we said, Graham DeLette, who played his way in. Now, both of the captains have 2 picks. So on the U.S. team, I've got a couple names here. You tell me who you like. We've got Webb Simpson, who finished 11th, and Furyk, who was 12th. So they both got bumped this weekend. 13 and 14 is Dustin Johnson and Bubba Watson, and then 22nd is Jordan Spieth. Who do you take?
You know, it's hard not to take Jordan Spieth. He's young, so he's got exuberance, he's playing well. You know, Dustin Johnson, I think, just recently got married, so he might have his mind occupied.
He might not be 100% focused.
Might not be 100% focused. His wife might get a little agitated that he's going to play golf instead of, you know, doing a husband thing. But yeah, it's kind of hard to pass Jordan Spieth. And then Jim Furyk is always a stalwart of any team competition. You know, he's played well. He's had his chances in the majors this year, so it'd be hard not to pick him as well.
Well, I think Jordan Spieth, if it were myself, I think he'd definitely be one of my picks, and then I might go right back to the list and take Webb Simpson. He was right there till the very end. Obviously, the U.S. Open champion 2012. Hard to kind of, leave him off the equation. I think he'd be the one I grab. For the international team, Captain Nick Price, number 11, 12, and 13 was Tongchai J.D., Mark Leishman, and Tim Clark.
Yeah, Tim Clark, another guy who's just consistent as can be. You can always rely on him. You can pair him with just about anybody. He's such a great guy. He gets along with everybody. And Leishman, he's played well in the big events. He hasn't been able to close, but he's always been there. The Masters, U.S. Open, and so forth.
Big hitter too. And in those team events, it's good to have a big hitter.
Always
on the
good to
team,
have a big hitter. But the good thing for both captains is you got a great group of guys to pick from, no matter who you pick.
Yeah, so it should be interesting to see who they pick. And like I said, the matches are October 3rd through 6th up at Muirfield Village in Dublin, Ohio. Should be fun to watch. One last note here on headlines. We'd like to say good luck to Todd White, Hilton Head Island teacher. He's playing this week in the Walker Cup on Long Island. So we wish Todd the very best. We hope that U.S. team can win some team event.
It'll be fun to watch him on TV. Great to see locals doing well in the golfing world.
It should be. And once again, our local amateur, the quality of them is definitely as good as it gets in the country.
That's
right.
No
doubt about it. And that's all the time we have for headlines. When we come back, we're going to be joined by David Lepore, the Director of Instruction at the Colleton River Plantation Club, right after this. And welcome back to Golf Center. I don't know about you people, one of my favorite places here in the Low Country is the Colleton River Plantation Club.
Beautiful place.
And we're very lucky to be joined in this segment by the Director of Instruction out there, Mr. David Lepore. David, thank you for being with us today.
Hey Chris, thanks for having me.
Tell us about the Colleton River Golf Academy and what's going on out there.
Well, our Colleton River Golf Academy is an amenity that we have at the club that networks 7 PGA golf professionals that we have on staff with the membership, and it's really designed to help them with playing better golf and enjoying these golf courses. As you know, the courses are magnificent, and the members need a lot of help when they're playing those courses. So we have a tendency to try to help them along and help each other grow as golf professionals.
Yeah, that's big boy golf out there.
Yeah, it is. You better have your A game when you play out there. David, what does the academy promote, and how do the students and the members find success through that program?
Well, Pete, we start with our teaching philosophy, which is managing your golf game. And in a nutshell, we try to help the student play better golf by showing them a little bit of technique on what to do, whether it's putting, full swing, or short game. And then we give them the responsibility of practicing correctly and then going out and playing and executing. So it's kind of a comprehensive program, and it's not just lessons. We have golf clinics, we have golf schools. We do get golf ready programs, charity events. So it's kind of a comprehensive program, but the main gist of the Golf Academy are the 7 building blocks that allow the students to get better.
So David, you and I talked a little bit before we came on about the 7 building blocks. Could you elaborate on that a little bit for our viewers?
Sure, Chris. The 7 building blocks basically are putting, short game, full swing, mental game, playing, equipment, and fitness. Now, you might be a student that is a good putter, but maybe your short game isn't so good. So we might leave you alone with your putting, but we might take a look at your short game. The important thing about the building blocks are they're based a little bit on science and a little bit on art. And we kind of go through a little bit of a process to help the student understand what basically works best for them. We had a student the other day do a full swing evaluation, and we went right away into the fitness, and I asked him to touch his toes, and he couldn't touch his toes. And I said, you know what, your hamstrings are so tight that your golf swing is being affected by your hamstrings, and he was coming over the top. And so he was really suffering from a fitness problem, not necessarily a golf swing problem. So they do overlap, but it's a great foundation for the students to own up to their golf swing and play better golf.
Now, I know a few of you and a few of the other pros out there are, like myself, TPI certified by the Titleist Performance Institute. You incorporate their program of fitness into what you're doing there. You just talked about somebody's hamstrings. Why don't you elaborate a little bit on what somebody might go through if they want kind of a full fitness look over before they get out there and start doing,
Sure,
the golf part?
That's, that's a big deal. And I don't know if it was such a big deal a long time ago. I think Gary Player was right 30, 40 years ago when he said fitness is a big deal. And nowadays, fitness is a lot of the components that make up the golf swing, and it's really important to have good health to prolong your longevity in golf. And if you want to play healthy, you want to play good, you're going to have to be somewhat fit. The TPI program is a great program. They've got a great website that I steer our members to all the time. All the building blocks, by the way, have some kind of specialty in it. The fitness is TPI, you know, our equipment is the TrackMan, our putting is kind of based on the Pell system, and short game and full swing. We kind of experiment with a lot of things to bolster the building blocks to help them, you know, be current and up to date. So when somebody comes in the shop, we've got an answer for them on something they heard or something that they saw.
That's some pretty good stuff, David. You know, it almost leads one to believe that you should make a video, and I think that you guys might have one coming out on instruction in Colleton River. Can you tell us just a little bit about that?
Sure, Pete. You know, in line with our building blocks, and of course the property, Colleton River Plantation Club is such a beautiful place that in the future we're going to be videotaping some golf tips that we're going to feature here on the Golf Channel, and that are going to cover the building blocks: putting, short game, full swing, even playing, and the mental game. Yeah, we talk about that as well. And so it's going to be a great opportunity to see a little bit of the science, a little bit of the art involved in each building block, and I guarantee you that the viewers at home will be able to get something out of what we teach as far as the building blocks, and it's a great venue out there.
When we talk about the building blocks real quick, David, let's go to the equipment side of it, okay?
Sure.
We've got some equipment that you think might not probably fit the person. What do you do?
Well, you know, we have 4 fitting carts that we use. We use Ping, Titleist, Callaway, and TaylorMade. And we might have a little competition, let's say, with the driver. A member might come to me and say, okay, what do you think of my driver? And I'll tell them, listen, if I can't beat your driver, I'm not going to charge you for my time or my energy. If your driver is the best driver, we're going to stick with it. So we turn on our TrackMan launch monitor. I bring on about 7 or 8 drivers for them to try. I'm interchanging shafts, interchanging heads. And sure enough, by the end of the hour, I would say 90% of the students are hitting a better golf club than what they brought, and it's kind of a challenge, and they're happy to pay for our time and for the new driver, quite honestly. Once in a while we'll get a person who we can't help, who they're hitting their driver great, and we don't sell them anything. We just say, good job, keep up the good work. So that's a great way to get the person's equipment up to speed with maybe the rest of their golf game.
Makes me want to run out there and go take a look at my clubs.
Well, I definitely would like to go through something like that. That would be, you know, it's something that every customer can benefit from, no doubt. Equipment that fits them, shafts that kick in at the right time, and so on. Well, David, thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to having you on in the future and doing some instructional pieces with you.
Great. Thanks, Chris and Pete.
David Lepore, Director of Instruction at the Colleton River Plantation Club. When we come back, we're going to be joined by Ryan Thompson from Heritage Golf, right after this. You know, Pete, one of the things that makes golf so much fun here in the Low Country is our variety of courses we have to choose from, and the Heritage Collection is no exception. They've got so many great facilities here between Oyster Reef, Palmetto Hall, Port Royal, and Shipyard. And here to talk to us about what's going on there is Ryan Thompson, Director of Tournament Sales. Ryan, thanks for being with us.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Recently, Golf Digest went ahead and put Hilton Head down as one of the top 10 destinations for golf buddy trips. What do you think makes us so good?
I think there's a combination of things, and I think, to be honest, I read the article myself, and they got it, I think, right, what people are looking for when they do these buddy trips. You know, there's a quality of courses, your lodging, your food and beverage.
Food and beverage is a big part, Pete.
Yeah, the beverage being the most important.
Yeah, and obviously the overall value. You know, depending on who's doing the buddy trip, obviously there's nightlife comes into play, as well as you know, some different things for couples to kind of, you know, keep them entertained as well. And I think Hilton Head, you know, packs it all together on our little island here, which makes it easy for people to get around and enjoy all the different things that we offer.
Ryan, there are a lot of things offered in Hilton Head. You got unbelievable beaches, shopping, golf courses, like you said, great places to stay, food. The list goes on and on and on. For some of the people who've never been to Hilton Head to experience those kind of things, what might they say that they're really not sure about, or what might be a stumbling block that they express?
To be honest, the biggest thing that I typically hear is perception. And most of that pertaining to that they think Hilton Head is too expensive when you compare it to the packages that are offered at Myrtle Beach and things like that. But you know, I mean, when you put it all together and you come up with the per person price, including your lodging and things like that, as well as the golf, I mean, you start to see the great value that is there in the packages that we can offer here in Hilton Head.
Ryan, what does Heritage Golf do to make planning that buddy trip maybe a little bit easier for everybody, make it a little bit more appealing for them?
Well, we try and do the work behind the scenes with the, the different partners that we have on the island. Obviously, we work closely with Sea Pines and Palmetto Dunes and the other area golf courses so that we can offer a variety in there. So that if somebody calls and they want to play, Harbor Town and have 3 other rounds in there, to keep that value. Obviously, Harbor Town, is a premier course there. But you could package it together and just make that one phone call, including your accommodations and everything, so you don't have to make the phone call to book your lodging, as well as Harbor Town separately from 2 of our courses, as well as mixing in a Palmetto Dunes course. So we've gotten a lot better about making that one-stop shop, so to speak, where it's just one phone call away, and we can package that together, and you can just deal with the one contact. And Palmetto Dunes, Sea Pines, the other courses are operations around, they do the same thing. So we try and make it as easy as possible for people to plan their trips to come to the island.
Well, Ryan, thank you so much for stopping by and telling us what's going on at Heritage, and we look forward to having you back to tell us a little bit more.
No, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me, guys.
When we come back, Jenny Lockhart spent a little time out at the Hilton Head Island Celebrity Golf Tournament. Pete, we're going to check out and see how she did out there right after this. You're watching Golf Center here on WHHI Sports. Welcome back to Golf Center. The Hilton Head Island Celebrity Weekend Golf Tournament is going on, and out to cover it is Jenny Lockhart. Jenny, take it away.
Hi, I'm Jenny Lockhart with WHHI, and we are on location at the Celebrity Golf Tournament, courtesy of Paul Smith, who is driving us around to some of the extra fun activities that are happening during the tournament. So you're in for a treat. We have a great report. Paul was kind enough to spend some time with us and fill us in on the 33rd Annual Celebrity Golf. And I've got the pleasure of speaking with Paul Smith, the Director of Celebrity Golf. This is the 33rd Annual Celebrity Golf Tournament, so thanks for letting us drop in.
Oh, thanks for coming.
And we just are here at a very exciting moment at the Celebrity Golf Tournament today. Someone just won a car, so can you tell us a little bit about that?
They did. About 30 minutes ago, Mr. David Cook, a local Hilton Head Island resident,
Great.
hit a hole-in-one on number 13. 175 yards. There he goes right there, as a matter of fact, riding down the street. He's going to his next hole. And he won a 2-year lease BMW from Hilton Head Island BMW.
Wow.
General Manager Michael Coleman is thrilled to death.
That's fantastic. Not a bad way to spend a day playing golf, winning a BMW, right?
How could it get much worse? Being out here at Wexford Plantation, this is the first year we've been here. These people are just incredibly nice. They've been fantastic hosts. Director of Golf, Scott Hunter, Casey Jones, and their staff. Great people.
With me now is Ben Smith and Casey Jones. Ben Smith is the Director of Golf here at Wexford, and Casey is the head golf professional, and they're kind enough to give us a moment of their time today to give us an update on what's happening in the tournament.
Yeah, thanks, Jenny. We've had a great Saturday here at Wexford. We've been blessed with some great weather. It's a really exciting play, including a hole-in-one out there on 13 that's got everyone buzzing.
Absolutely. It's not every day that somebody wins a car, right?
Absolutely.
Or a BMW for that matter.
Absolutely.
And have you been able to see any of the golf?
Actually, I have. I've been out there quite a few times. I've seen some great golf and some not so great golf. But with the hole-in-ones, all the excitement out there, and you got Wexford members out there seeing everything, and they created lots of excitement.
Well, I am downright starstruck at the moment. With me now is Henry Cho. Can you tell us a little bit about how the tournament's going so far?
Tournament's going great. My partners just left. They're horrible, but they're really nice guys. I've actually played with them several times.
Okay.
I think this is my 18th time coming here in the last 20-something years, so this is just a great tournament.
And I've got the pleasure of being joined by Gus Williams now, so thank you so much for taking time out of your play today to talk to us. And we've been talking about the tournament. So what is it that draws you to celebrity golf?
Well, this is my second year. My first year was last year, and it just made such an impact on me that as long as they keep inviting me here, I will be back. And the people that I've met and played with, the environment, and of course all the charity work that they do for all the local charities is a plus. So it's just a great way to spend Labor Day weekend.
Well, with me now, the famous Bobby Cremins, famous basketball coach. Thank you so much for taking time out of your play today to talk to us.
Yeah, well, it's great to be here. You know, I'm retired now, I live in Hilton Head.
Well, and you know, we've been talking about the tournament today and what was for such a great cause. Can you tell us why you choose to support this tournament?
Oh yeah, well, you know, obviously I love doing charity, especially golf outings. I'm involved with Coaches versus Cancer. Last weekend I was at the Jimmy V. So, you know, if it's great causes, I love playing golf, and you know, you can raise some money, and we all know the purpose. Try and defeat some cancer, and as far as the Hilton Head outing is, giving money to several charities that will help other people. So it's really beneficial.
Well, for everyone out there like me that was a huge Home Improvement fan, this is a real thrill. Richard Karn from Home Improvement, I know that's not your only claim to fame, but for me personally, that's my favorite.
Well,
so,
thank you.
Is here joining us now. So can you tell us, are you enjoying yourself today?
Absolutely. This is, have you seen this? Look how gorgeous this is.
Unbelievable.
And I've never seen such a tiny lock.
I know.
It's like, some of these boats don't look like they would actually fit, but I've gone out there, I've got my tape measured, they would fit.
Well, and we appreciate it on behalf of the Low Country's children. We appreciate you contributing to the cause. And I have to say, you win for the best golf ensemble today, by far. Can you get a shot of that? That is hot stuff. I've never seen flamingo shorts before, but they look great. Well, it's my lucky day today. With me now is Ken Anderson, a famous quarterback, right, with Cincinnati Bengals.
An old has-been is what he is.
Oh, I don't think that's true. So tell us, have you been enjoying the golf today?
It's been outstanding. You know, it's the celebrities that come down here to the island, I think, really enjoy themselves.
Of which you are one.
Oh, yes, I live here, so this is very special to me, and what the Celebrity Golf Tournament does for, you know, charities in the Low Country is unbelievable, and it's great that a lot of people I've got to meet from around the country come here and get to see what we get to enjoy every day.
Well, I'm starstruck again today. With me now is C. Thomas Howell. So thank you so much for your time today.
My pleasure, thank you.
So what brought you to Hilton Head? How'd you decide to play?
Well, we come to help out the local charities. There's about 20 different charities that we're able to raise money for, and this is something I love doing the most, and meet new people and new friends, and you know, golf in a wonderful spot like Wexford is a dream come true. So it's a win-win situation for everybody.
With me now is DeMarcus from the Rascal Flatts, for all you music lovers out there. So thanks for being with us today.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
You enjoying the tournament so far?
I love it. It's beautiful weather, good golf, good people. I mean, you can't beat it.
Well, now, you were a participant last year as well, is that right?
2 years ago. I actually had to miss last year. We were on the road, but 2 years ago I was here.
So what is it about this particular tournament or the cause in general that makes you want to come back?
Well, I love Hilton Head, and we come here for vacations. Our family has a house over here, so I feel like it's you know, a home away from home, and it's just for great charities and great causes, and the people here that run it are so great and so kind and so gracious, and there are great people that play in it from year to year, so it's just a no-brainer to come over and be around a bunch of good people for a bunch of great causes.
And I'm Jenny Lockhart, and thanks for joining us for our coverage of the 33rd Annual Celebrity Golf Tournament.
We'd like to thank Jenny for her coverage. For PGA professional Pete Popovich, I'm PGA professional Chris Tremblay. Thank you so much for joining us here on Golf Center. We'll see you next time.